I'll make the fun. Ooh, whoa.
Hello, we're live. Yes.
What is up?
Yes. But no, what we were talking about is why the obsession is the title. Hello, MeTuber, and hello, Alt Account. Nice to
Oh,
see
what's
you.
up?
Um, we're saying why the obsession. I was just discussing that everything they do is safe and manufactured, and how it was sold very differently. We were just pontificating that we haven't. There were some ideas. I wanted to go over my banned list for the sake of buttocks.
Right.
And
You wanted to see if Justy Views also was banned
I
or
wanted to see
something.
if Justy was banned. I've unbanned buttocks. I found I could do that one day. I just managed to do it. I don't know how I did it, but I did manage to. And he was hidden on the channel, and that can't have been me because I thought about it, and I thought, well, I did hide him at that time when he came on, and he had Dean in the background. Um, but then this time it was. I'm trying to work out who it was. That's all. And it was after. I think it was after I take. Oh, unless they did it when they all did their big like raising to the ground of everybody, and I just missed that one off when I unbanned everyone. And I just missed buttocks, maybe,
I
or someone's done it. There's still someone in there with a wrench. Is the
uh-huh.
other one someone a fake account or
Well,
something still got a
yeah,
wrench?
you gotta look in there and see.
Someone look in there. And then we was going to show you some of this buttocks stream with
Uh-huh.
Ricardo potentially because it's funny.
So
Uh,
Buttocks went on with Ricardo.
yes, I thought that might
Okay.
be quite interesting. And then there was something else to discuss as well. Can't remember what it was. But yeah, the cheapness and the safety of it. This is what I was thinking about. Like, why is it always about Lewis? Why does he always go back to it? You look at the ebbs and flows. You look at the ups and downs of the conversation and how he always goes back to it. It's like Lewis is his like comfort blanket. It's his comfortable jumper, and
Well,
it's because he knows Lewis is safe. You know,
he's just going back to old material. That's the way I see it. He's
and
just
he
going
knows.
back to the old material. He's going back to his old act. You know what I mean? That's all. I mean, I'm more of like surface level. I'm not. I don't go as deep as you into like the. I just that's why I see it. He's just like he knows the jokes. He knows all the whole thing, the spiel that he does with Lewis. So he's just going back to his old
Yeah,
material.
which is fine up to a point, but then it's like, why the obsession? Why is it always him? Why doesn't he bother with Dean really? He does a
Well,
bit, but like it's always back to Lewis, and it's because he knows that Dean's not
oh,
going to do that, but
maybe
he
alt account one has a point. In his comment. Maybe
likes it.
it's he likes him a little bit more than a friend.
Well, it's because I think it's because Lewis is creative. I do. I think it's because he knows that what he's going to get back is actually going to be something a little bit creative that he can milk more out of. But also because of the creativeness, there's less. Although obviously Lewis,
Dean has his phone number, so maybe that's why he's kind of avoiding
yeah, could
him.
be, could be, and it's
So, but
stuff.
but yeah, but
He's
I
not. They've
guess
not generated anything new apart from just this crazy hate, very very specific, pinpointed, fictional hatred on me, and that's just going on and very very obsessive, and just looks even more ridiculous the more that it goes on, doesn't it? It's like he's had all this problem with the PSG, he's had all this
uh
problem with Turks, but for
well
some reason they still
well I
have.
think he doesn't like you because he's like one of these red pill guys. He's like a magtow. That's what it is. He's this like woman hater. It's got to be. He's like Darius. That's why we were saying this before. That's why he was gravitative. That's why the people that like Darius see in him. It's like they
Yeah,
identify with him.
yeah,
And
well, as well, the stink of the changing table has definitely come with Ricardo because
yeah, yeah,
it's all about banning people now over there, and now
and
that was never what those guys. I mean,
Darius
yes,
is
obviously the banning was a big thing, but it was a joke. It was all
banning.
about that being a joke, breaking down that white man's North Korea. Now, fucking Ricardo's moaning because he can't fucking put the subscriber thing of how long you've been subscribed and
Oh,
shit
they
like
took
that.
that out. They took that out.
I don't know, something long. I was when I was looking at that. Lewis does punch back. Yeah, he does. He does. But it's like he knows where he's at with him, and he knows that a lot of it comes through creatively, and so he can use it better. And I think with
I
me,
don't buy it.
there
I
is
don't buy
woman
it,
hating
CP.
going on, but I do think with me, it's again an easy target. So he's very weak. Ricardo is incredibly, incredibly weak. And
I
that's
don't.
not anything against Lewis at all. It's just because he's doing this. It's not because of Lewis. It's because it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Right, right. It's not. It's just that. Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like he's the familiar jokes. He's going back to his old material.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who we used to do that with. But
Right,
the
but he's the easiest.
obsession with him.
Because I don't buy this thing where you're saying that he's picking out Lewis because Lewis is gonna give him better art back. Like I don't think that's the
No, no,
point.
no. It's not because it's better art. No, no, no. It's because it is art. It's just because he'll get something out of it. Like Ricardo can spin something out. But
He'll get something out of other dudes.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's like when you've got the points system thing. It's like when you put so many points into one thing, you're not going to have as much in the other thing. But although Lewis has got all his points in his like attack, his attack is then split into some creativity and whatever. It's not just there is a lot of cutting sick and whatever, but it's not just. It's got other stuff as well, and I think it's safe. I just feel like there's got to be a reason for the season on this one. There's got to be a reason why for all this time he's just so obsessed with Lewis, and it's because Lewis will he'll punch back like me too.
He does. He
Say,
definitely does punch back. Did you see the video of him punching? Fucking.
well, yeah. But I think with me, it's because it's just a safe target because he knows that we're in an incel community. He just and I'm just trying to highlight how weak that is to just harp on only the people he knows. He knows how to. He's got it's all wrapped up around, and that's for someone who's got 1.5 channels dedicated to beef, but he actually has no beef. He actually has nothing. Everything that he
Well,
does have is stale and other
right,
people's that
right.
he's moved in on. So it's just all bullshit. So it's like, yeah, it's all fun and games, like everyone talking shit on each other and everyone doing that, and that's all fine. But then there's just this level of sad fanniness to that where it's just
Right.
and what I used to blame Dean for. It's a synthesized version of it, and it's the fucking changing table. It's the white man's North Korea. He's coming over, going, "Oh, we need to ban this person and ban all these people, and no one can talk about her, and apart from me when I want to, and no one can do this, and we've got to make sure all the subscribers have been on." Well, we've heard all this before, haven't we? We're not allowed to talk about that apart from when I want to pull this string or that string in the most blasé way ever. I don't know. It seems like a very familiar story from Darius. That's what happened with Darius, weren't it? Exactly the same. You didn't want to talk about fish lips?
Who, me?
No, Darius, don't
Sorry,
remember.
I got distracted a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, right, sorry.
It's fine. I'm so sorry. Ah. So what happened? Lewis never in the closet. I don't get that. I don't get that joke. Could
No,
you
I don't.
explain what means? What does that mean? Never in the closet. If he was never in the closet, that means is he saying that he was always out, or he wasn't never in the closet because
Whole
he's straight?
tagline that they've got in it. But this thing about Lewis being a lolcow, everyone here is.
Well,
That's the.
yeah,
But again,
but he's not a
is it
severe
that
lolcow.
funny? Is that
He's not a
is it
severe
that
lolcow.
funny though? That's my point. When you're using something that's like a
Okay, so
year
he's
and a
saying he's
half
openly gay,
and
never
there's
in the closet.
nothing else, they don't put anything else in with it
Well, even
ever.
that is a lie. I mean, Lewis, if he's not openly gay because he denies it every time.
I am friends with Lewis, yes. Yes, I am. But it doesn't. We're all lolcows here. That's what we're here for, a laugh, aren't we? We're here to get laughs out of each other. So anyone who denies it is just another one of these fucking delusional idiots, fucking donkeys.
Well, exactly. I mean, we're all here to entertain ourselves.
Yeah,
That's the main thing, right?
fucking hell. Yeah.
So I guess that's what we're doing.
What my point is, though, what I was saying about what he's trying to milk out, what fucking that Fanny's trying to milk out of everybody. under the guise of it being. Is that really you, Sierra? Because if so, that picture's for you. That's you, Ray. That's my picture of you. I got to see like 2/3 of it. But congrats, yeah, well done on your spiritual awakening.
I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna get on that. I will do that. I will post more videos. I want to cure your insomnia. I'm glad to do it. I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to put on this a bit of this buttocks thing maybe, and then I was going to play your video actually, Sierra, maybe, and then there was another thing, but I can't remember what it was, and I did write down some notes, but never mind. So I wanted to see if Buttocks would come and talk to me. Shall I see if I can send him a message? It won't let me send the link on the. It won't let me send a link on the YouTubes, will it? Oh, it won't let me talk to you while I'm off the screen, will it? Oh. Real Sierra, woo! Yes, nice to see you, mate. Do you like your picture? Is that true to life? Do you think? Does that look like you? I'm going to go and just see if I can find Buttocks. Well, that was the other thing.
I will put everybody to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much to say about any of this shit. Like I was saying, it's just an excuse to fucking talk shit on YouTube. That's it. Because we were kind of talking about like the problem of in society about fucking incels and stuff. One of the ways to kind of like calm it down is if these men had purpose in their lives, and maybe having a YouTube channel and doing this and having that kind of gives them that drive that they don't find in other things.
Yeah, definitely.
So it kind of keeps them going all the way school shooter. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, but then what's this then? But this is, you get to a point though where it starts eating itself, I think, and starts going. The standards get very, very low, and that's
right. The standards do get low because it's diminishing returns, right? Like if I was
hell.
Right, it's like you see that
lame ass, old ass racism. Now fuck off.
I was intrigued by the thumbnail.
Oh, I didn't mean to ban you. I meant to just time you out for a small amount of time. I don't know how to take him back. Sorry, mate.
Oh no. Did you ban him? If you banned him on StreamYards, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to.
Oh shit! I didn't know. Sorry, mate. I was gonna time you out for like 10 seconds. I should have done it on the thing. I'm sorry. How do I? Oh, do I have to go back into community and all the rest of it?
Yeah.
Oh well. There we are then. He's one of them anyway. He just kisses their ass. He's one of their fucking idiots. So, intrigued by the thumbnail, yes.
Well, we have the important Sierra Ayer here, so.
Well, yes, I've nothing against MeToo, but I'm sorry I did do that. I didn't mean to actually ban the whole thing. All the comments would have gone anyway, wouldn't they, at that time?
Do you pronounce that Ayer? Is that pronounced Ayer? Sierra Ayer?
Sierra Air, I've always pronounced it.
Oh.
So anyway, should we react to some of this Buttocks stream? What do you think?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
Right. I haven't got the chat. That's the problem. Let's skip through because I did like the first 20 minutes or first half hour.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of fat.
Do the exchange.
Oh, no, the chat's up here. It's all about the fucking chat. We're gonna have to watch their one, which means I'm gonna have to share my screen, which I didn't really want to do, but
That's sick. I never fucking seen that.
It's all about the fucking chat, mate. Yeah, but he doesn't trigger me. point. That's no, mate. He's distracting him under that, and that's what I accuse Dean of. And it's just so much more. It's personal with him. He hated me from day one. Even when we were mates, I could hear it in his fucking voice. He was like a fucking snake in the grass, waiting to point, waiting to pounce. And he did a few times, and I never got triggered by him. This is the point. Where's he got that from? Because as is evidence, as I've said many times, there's a fucking playlist full of videos where I have gone, "You're my mate. Why are you doing this?" And it's bullshit. It's all retro fucking engineered bullshit. And that's the thing. It just insults us, all of our intelligence, by coming up with his fucking answers to his shit like fucking 3 weeks down the line. That's the thing, because he doesn't even bother to give us the full thing.
Right. So he goes on and on and on and yells and screams and babbles on about everything. And then if you just like say, "Hey, look at that guy. He's babbling on about some nonsense." Haha, you got triggered.
Yeah,
You know what I
basically.
mean? It's like you get to have a win.
It's the lowest form. It's only idiots. An idiot way of arguing. Absolute idiot. And just like reacting, only going as far as the reaction, never ever before it, never ever anything else, even though the reaction isn't that bad. What's my reaction been? I've started making a very long song on Suno. Right. Which has been quite amusing to me, and then I've been putting my opinion.
Well, and that's more than just. It's more than just owning them. It's like you're learning how to do the AI. You're making
I'm making it work for me.
There's another side to what you're doing. You know what I mean? So it's not just you're kind of doing something creative and kind of like sticking it to somebody at the same time. So that's kind of cool.
I don't even know if I'm sticking it to them. I'm probably just entertaining them, but at the same time, it's
right.
I'm just putting out what I can see, and as Carl Sagan rightly said, the universe, we are one of the ways that the universe knows itself. So why the fuck am I going to walk around when I've been exposed to this, and I'm in the position of being able to see it from the position where at least I know where some of the lines are because I've been in it? Or am I just going to walk past and pretend it's not happening, and not point that out when it's right there in front of me, like a garden full of roses ready to be picked? Fuck off. It's right in front of me. Oh, see, yes. Oh, yes, definitely. I'll invite him to that. Yes, he's more than welcome to come on. Yes, but I doubt he will. I think he'll have been told, it might change, because that's what I was talking to you about, Vic, weren't it? It's like, they're thinking that they're taking strategies or whatever and getting one over or one under or whatnot, and it's just I don't give a shit. I don't care. There's no winning or losing for me. It's just a show. So it's there
is no winning.
Yeah.
Like somebody said to me in a message, "Oh, fight Ricardo," or whatever. It's like fight.
Someone
what do you mean fight? Where I come from, a fight has an ending to it, and and over here, there's no ending to. You know what I mean? You can't end a fight on YouTube. It's like, unless you do something like nefarious, which, you know what I mean, I'm not willing to do. So
I don't know. When it comes to fully engineered stuff, then yeah, you can organize everything. But all they're saying there is, please feed Ricardo. They're just like, please feed him. We need as many people. We need all hands on deck to support this baggy baggy, flapping fanny, old granny who needs this attention.
I got more important. I'm not gonna fucking, you know what I mean?
He's gonna give
I got important things to do.
Yeah,
I got important things to
something back, so that they need to feed him for that, and so they want all us lot to feed him, which I am doing right now. You know, what can you say? Oh, sorry, Sierra, I'll put you back up. Did you? Yes. Anyway, Sierra, is it like you? Is it true to life? Is that even the model of car that you drive? What's this? I don't even know what this building is in the background.
That's sick.
Yeah. I know, that's why I picked that one. And the hat. That's the only one that had the hat. Yes, I'll count. It's so interesting. I've done a whole upload the other day, and I just never put it all together about Prime 1 and what my musings on it was. And that was before I said about it because it was in my mind. But it did put me in mind of
But
something that happened in my life, actually.
he was floating around before. This Prime
Yeah.
One was floating around before. Because when I was friends with Ricardo and I was always in his stream, fucking chatting and stuff, I would see him there here and there. So he was popping up right around that time. And then
Mm.
yeah, after that he was the golden child.
Mm.
Which
Well, we know
how
how
can you
that.
blame them though? How can you blame when you go to his streams and they're so dynamic, they're so fun. It's like, whoa, dude! I was blown away out of my seat when I seen it. It
Well,
was it
I
was
wouldn't. I don't
tremendous.
know. I don't watch enough of this stuff, and I'm
Oh
only.
man, oh
But
my, yeah. It's like
but we all know how
Kubrick
this shit
levels.
goes down. Do you know what I mean? Cut through the bullshit. We all know how this shit goes down and what the golden child is and what that means. And to me, it gives an idea of what cycle they're at and timings. I don't even know how to quantify it, but in my head. And so with that, it's interesting to know that he was there. I did hear that he came along with around the time that Signal turned up. Signal
Okay.
66. Remember him?
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember him.
Yeah. And so I never saw him
I-
about, but like you say, he was always there. But he was. That's the thing, and that's the difference. Is it's the people who act like, and it's just a really specific thing of how they act, like they don't know, but they obviously do, and they're not doing it in a trolling way. They really are trying to hide the fact that they know, and it's just for me, it's just a bit of a and not a flavour I'm down with really. That it's just not. If you're gonna
yeah.
troll, you know what I mean. If you're gonna
Right,
do the
right, right.
trolls, but don't.
Yeah.
What's this?
No,
What's trying to
no.
ingratiate yourself with people and lying and doing all that? If you're gonna be talking shit about people, talk shit about people. That's what we're here for. We're all here from stand like the Rick legacy of Rick, in my opinion. So everyone's like bullshit. They're gonna say something. They've got an interesting point of view. They might have a bit
Right,
of a
right, right, right. Yeah, nobody's. It's either you just do like a whole like rant
fucking hell.
thing, you just
Yeah.
fucking lay into
Coming
somebody
on
and say
your doing
whatever
doorway bullshit.
or
Like you're
nothing.
either in or you're out. Like fucking hell.
Right, right.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he came from. That's a good one. But I think a lot of them have come in from the Barney sub for sub community, the Simps. I
I
think
can't
what
speak to
came in,
that. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know much about it. I don't know much, but just looking at what it's like, just because obviously I just have a quick check on
Right.
my whenever he does one, I have a quick check at the chat, and it really is just a snapshot. I don't even spend any time or anything. It's just a snapshot, just to see, a litmus test, and seeing what it's like. That's why I did the shorter bus. It's definitely a different style of chat than what it used to be and what it
Uh-huh.
was when I first and what it always was that I know of. But obviously, might not have always been like that. This might be a way that it sometimes goes, but um, suffice to say, it seems like a certain level of energy has been diluted and replaced with a different energy, which is now coming into the community. And it came with Captain N and Paste, in my opinion. It blew in with them, and considering that it's all about shits and giggles and having a laugh and being creative and trolling and all that stuff, the safety zone that those guys are making over there kind of negates the Joker brand that they're talking about. And it just seems like they'll stop at nothing to win, number one, whatever that means.
Right,
And
right.
they'll stop at nothing for safety as well. And they don't have any pride in how they
Such a
achieve
duty.
that. And they don't care if anyone, if it just, if they show that they're massive hypocrites or liars or pussies and no spine, no, absolute piece of shit. They don't care because they'll just stop at nothing to win, whatever that means. And I don't know what it means because as far as I'm concerned, personally, that's just to get me out. And so they can cover this whole thing up and be like, oh, that was just a Saggy Melon situation and we can just ignore it. Instead of it just being like, no, these guys have acted very much, in my opinion, like it's just gone on, and it's been really single. Like they've, it's not just about me. It's about how they've cleared the decks of anything else and just made it like this.
But what could possibly be the reason for that? Like I'm having trouble buying that they specifically wanted you out. I mean, I
No,
have no explanation for what happened to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have any explanation.
well, no,
This
it's
has
not
been my
specific to
problem
me.
of all along. It's like I'm not very invested in any of this. That's what
Yeah, it's not specifically
I
me
would.
though. It's anyone. It's anyone who doesn't fit their thing, and it's just as they've got more pompous and more sure of themselves, thinking that they own the community more and more. They feel that they've got a bigger stake and that they've got more say and they can dictate more. Basically, so they're dictating. That's basically what they
Right.
do.
I don't
Kind of.
know. I never even put that much thought into because like I never got an explanation. I remember I asked for an explanation. I never got no answer, no nothing. And like I was like, all right then, fuck it, whatever. It's like uh, whatever. I'm not that invested. I mean,
Interesting. This.
I thought there was like I thought there was something there, but then once I found out that it wasn't, so I was like, okay, well, that was good while it lasted, and I'm
Yeah, and
and
it is
since I've
what
been
it
gone,
is.
I'll tell you one thing. Since I've been gone, I fucking I realized that I was distracting myself from other things that,
Yeah.
and now I'm like I can't go back from it. Like,
No.
and that's why I kind of brought up with you privately was the thing about you know spending so much time with this like with YouTube and doing the on the Discord and everything and how much like I know how much it distracted me from like things in my life
Mm,
like even from doing things that I wanted to do like you know what I mean
mm,
and and it's like I look at them when they're streaming all at 1 in the morning at every
mm,
hour they're streaming
mm.
and I can't imagine doing that in my life. Like I couldn't. I would things would be neglected. Fucking you know what I'm saying? Like things would I don't know.
Yeah.
Like my relationship would break down. My
And
situation
they
at
spend all
work and
that
everything
time
would
streaming,
deteriorate.
and what new material has he come up with? That's the thing. Where's the fucking goods then? Come up with the goods if you're doing 13 hours of streams a fucking day. Come up
Well,
with some.
exactly.
I mean, I
But
can't
he's
speak.
against that though, isn't he? Anti e-banking, like so. Like he spends all day on something, and he doesn't even want to get good enough to make money at it. Because he's against making money at it.
Well, I
Can you
mean,
fucking explain that?
as far as I'm
Like then
concerned,
don't spend so much if you don't want to make money off it, then don't spend so much time doing it unless you want to fucking do something with it. Like if
yeah.
you're
Well,
spending
well, for
like
me, I don't go look at it like that. For me, it makes me think, why do that? What he must be getting something from it
well
that's
that's what I'm saying. It's the
seriously deep,
incel that needs a purpose in his life.
or he got
So
some,
this
some YouTube
distracts him
a long
from
time ago.
reality.
Tommy and people like him just enable him to make him worse.
Look,
So
it
that
was doing the same thing it was doing to me. It was distracting me from reality and the things that were in my life. I was distracted from it. I wasn't paying attention to like my wife, my kid, my like you know what I mean. My mind was on other things. I'm checking Discord. I'm you know what I
yeah,
mean. I'm like I'm doing it at work and shit. Fucking, you know how many times I was chatting with you guys? I'm at work. I'm fucking, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
distracting from my life. And since now that I'm out of it and like I'm taking care of everything and everything's fucking like 100% again, I just laugh. That's why I turn on the fucking stream and nobody comes and I just laugh because it's like, you know what I mean? It's I don't know. I'm just back to where I was in the beginning where I was happy. I was happy doing that shit. And and so
yeah.
I'm
But
like I
trying
want
to,
to I
yeah,
actually
I
want to
always
thank those
miss
guys.
him. Always
I want to
miss him.
thank them for doing that for doing this to me and cutting me off. It was been the best thing that happened to me.
Oh God, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, who wants to
And
be
also
attached to
the time sorry
waiting?
I just if I can just say one more thing. I know I'm always silent. I'll shut the fuck up after I say this. The this is another thing that I said to you in private. The whole experience that I had fucking joining the Discord, making friends with everybody in there was an amazing experience. I would do it all over again. I would including the fucking drama and all the bullshit. It was a blast and I want to thank everybody for everything. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
What's going on there?
Fucking
It's
it was awesome. and it's still cool. I'm still
journey.
here talking to CPE, and I'm having fun.
Yeah, if the journey just gets richer and
And
more.
that I have there's I was wondering about Judge Judy myself. He's really gone,
I
like,
had no
or
idea
he or
about
she.
it. It's a he. It's fucking Nelda.
Well, you don't know that for sure.
I
Don't
do
talk
know
in
it for sure.
absolutes.
No, I do. Don't believe the hype. I do know it for sure. Oh yes. Oh hello, Hadji. I think there's an element of that as well. But that doesn't explain the obsession. You see, that explains the motivation and it explains the timing and why. Because it was already running before that. I think maybe that was something like, oh shit, we've been undercover for too long. Like they were like, oh shit, we've been running this like
I
keep your
don't know.
friends close and your enemies even closer scheme
I don't
too
know.
long now,
I
and
think
now
you,
getting involved.
I
You know
think
what I
you're
mean?
giving it too much credit. I think it's like a moth, and you just happen to be the next light bulb that got turned on. They just went from whatever light bulb to the next one, and that's it. And that's the level of their obsession. It's like
Like Ricardo,
whatever shiny thing is in front of them.
explain it. Doesn't explain it though. Does not explain it then. Because why did they not move on to the next one then? Why, when I made up with evil, was that not all right then? Or well, the second time or the third time, was that not all right then? We sorted it out many times.
Well,
Same with Ron. So it
my
doesn't
theory
explain
would
that.
my theory would be that he's a red pill MGTOW that's resents women because they had wronged him he definitely has some sort of past with women. So he's a jaded old man that fucking loves video games more than fucking anything else. When he was doxxed, the first thing he thought of was to save his video games. Can you imagine that? You feel like you're gonna get robbed, so the first thing you fucking think is his video games. He sends them away. Is that weird?
I
Like,
don't
I don't
know.
get it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd not really thought about it. I'd not really thought either way. Yeah, I didn't even believe him that he'd done it, to be honest. I didn't believe him. I thought it was
No,
just
because
bullshit.
he always talks about that. He always talked about. I remember from when I was there, he would talk about how he has some and like he gets
Yeah, he
some
probably
back and
has sent them for some
he said he
reason,
sent them
but he'll have lied and said it's because of feeling threatened
something
by.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I never believed it. It didn't sound right to me.
Well, whatever. Okay. Well, if he didn't do that, then whatever.
Yeah.
He's
Well, I don't
still.
know.
It's still.
He's just
Yeah.
a nutter, isn't he? But that's interesting what you're saying there, that my videos getting more views than Ricardo with minimal time and effort. Now that is a point because not so much because I didn't even realise that, to be honest, but I have seen that in him. It has to all happen at his stream. It has
Yeah.
to all be centered around him, and we knew that from his like
Yeah.
trying to get him in the Discord. He is it's all about him, and I think
Right.
it's like
Well,
a nutter version of it. I'm not
yeah.
just
And
saying this is like an
he's brazen with it. It's
person.
so apparent that when you're talking, whenever that's why he's well, what I'm doing to you right now, cutting you off and
Oh no,
always
that's
trying
fine.
to
That's fine.
interject his thing. But that like he was constant. It was constant. Like if you tried to form some sort of thought, he wanted to keep you on his stream of consciousness.
Exactly. And that again is yet another version of the this chameleon thing where they hide behind the grey area that I talk about, where it's like we're doing jokes, we're having a laugh, we're all talking shit to each other. And yes, there might be a level that could be pushed always, and it might go lower than some people feel comfortable with, but that's all right. But then the focus over this time are so cheap, no new material, all the same shit, all safe, only when he's on his stream, only when it's someone who you know you can write a whole fucking thing about. You've got your whole pack of people like fucking. It's not like Jackals or whatever it was, like fucking Sotham said. It's like some like worms or something. Just they only do it insidiously. They can't even come out and say it. They have to do it when they're stood behind someone else, and it's all every single one of it's a lie. There isn't any grain of truth in any of it. And so you're just like, why harp on that for so long? That's my thing, because it's not
Yeah.
good quality. And when it had come to an end many times, we've made friends many times.
Right. Whatever. It's I don't know. The story is floating around in his head. You know what I mean? I
He's
think a
nuts.
lot of because I noticed this a lot, and when I used to like pay attention to Darius, it was the same thing. It's like he comes up with all the theories in his head, and then they become the truth to him, you know, and then he will spout it off as if it was true, and his story is the story, and that's it, and you can't convince him of anything else. So they're very much in this like in their heads, you know what I mean? And a lot of things, so
Yeah,
it's hard
oh
to
my
explain what the thing people come up with. You know what I mean? And so it's hard to predict
God,
what people are.
that's true. That is very true. And everyone's got their own version of it. It's true. But
Exactly.
but this here as well. You're right there. You're right. He'll
Yeah,
hide
yeah,
it. He'll hide it because, like he hid it with me, he can hide it until he needs to get rid of it, and then he might never ever. That's what I was saying the other time when I was like, I don't know if they'll ever break up, because that'd be the only way it would happen. And I think they get enough from each other. The symbiosis is enough, or Evil's been convinced that the symbiosis is enough, and I think Evil could do far better. And that's not me. I'm not talking about myself, but and I'm not even trying to disparage Ricardo, but I am, and I think they're great. I do think they're great together. Well, if they could bring out the best in each other rather than the worst in each other, then yeah. But and it wasn't all relating to like actually bringing out the psycho fucking side of each other, where you're wanting to literally kill someone and just destroy them and get them out of your life. And it's like that level of focus. Even if it's never gonna be like that. It doesn't feel like that. But it's like they're that focused on it, and it's
is
like
that
nothing's enough.
is that
Nothing's
true
enough.
that Evil's getting a 1K viewer? Like, what do you mean? Like subs, like 1K subs?
I don't know. I don't actually look at things at all that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
he's getting a few
If
views
he
on
is,
his.
that's fucking amazing. I
Yeah,
always wanted that for him, to be honest.
yeah, I did as well. But it is what it is. But like I've I've not seen viewers, right, yeah. But yeah, I've not seen Ricardo. I don't see Ricardo acting on that jealousy with Evo.
I think, yeah,
Mm,
because I think he's got the apple of his eye. You know,
mm.
Evil's the apple of Ricardo's
He'll
eye.
let
He
it
won't.
slide for
He,
him, like he let it slide for Darius. Do you know what I mean? He'll have him in that
yeah.
position. He'll have him in
Yeah.
that position. Same for Tommy as well. So
Well,
they're
well,
all
yeah, yeah.
accounted.
Maybe he will like try to ride the coattails a little bit.
Yes, yes. That's how he'll do it. That's how he'll do it. He'll just keep him sweet. That's what he'll do all to count. He'll just keep him sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of try to
exactly.
get shout outs and stuff, and whatever he'll
Yeah.
get whatever he can take. Like, you know.
He will. He will. And they know this. They know this. And they know that they want to get rid of him. Not that they ever will, but if they ever want him to just shut the fuck up or whatever, he'll just do what they
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
And because he
Yeah.
knows
Because
that
he's just a
he'll get
fucking
paid
knob. Like, he sucks.
for it.
Like Evil doesn't have to do that. He's interesting without the fucking drama,
Exactly.
and he's funny and dynamic. Fucking Ricardo is not. He's just a fucking
Well,
bumbling, you know,
I mean, I do stand by my original thing, which is like they did have a
dynamic,
good
like a
feeding off
chemistry.
each other thing. Yeah, they did have a good to in and throw in. But it's like Ricardo just is just such a fucking fanny. And then
Uh huh.
obviously Evil got sucked into it, and it brought the worst. It's funny as well because I remember I've got a screenshot of a video that Tommy did right at the beginning, and I've still got it, and I used it in one of my videos many times. And it was one of in fact, it was the first ever AI video I ever saw, and Tommy showed it me, and it was fucking was it it wasn't chinless, it was another thing, it was another video, and it had that bit where he was saying about Albert, and he said something about hanging around with people online that make him worse than he needs to be, or online people that make their friends worse than they need to be, and I
That's an interesting
screenshot
quote. Who said that?
Tommy.
Oh, Tommy. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what this is. Like they had to have Ricardo, and they wouldn't. Oh God, Judge Judy, here he is. Oh, here they are. The call's gone out. Oh, yes. Are you right, Prime One? Are you going to come on the panel then? Are you going to come to have a chat, or are you just coming to do your bullshit? Hmm. Hmm.
The victim vegan. That was. I think that's the shtick that Dean was doing. If that's not, he's
Oh, look
doing that
at the
line of that stream of consciousness. That he was doing that same thing. I'm not saying that's him. I'm just saying that he was doing that same.
this.
That's me. I'm the sensitive fucking guy.
This
I am a
is
little bit actually.
fucking. They've all come. Look at you. You're such a little lapdog. Oh my God. Yeah, this isn't. Who the fuck is that?
I it's 50K 56K warning.
Oh, that's fucking Nelda. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
What happened?
Oh no, I'm not sharing my screen anyway, so it's all right. I thought I'll share my screen, and it was like, oh shit, there's my town name and everything like that. Yeah, so I've been derailed. I don't know what we were talking about. Exactly. You tell him. You tell him 56K warning. You tell him. Please do stop crying. Is it? Why the obsession? That's my thing. I did stop. I'm not crying at all.
What happened a year ago? What is he talking about?
Amused and observant. And I'm not a fucking cooked cult member who just turns my eyes down and just focuses on the lasers that your bastards have told you. Oh, go and tell them off. Oh, you got to listen to my shit. Well, I don't know. The thing about Prime One that I find interesting is that is he playing them? Do they think they're playing him? Because everything he's saying is bullshit. Like, oh, I'm just a country bumpkin and I don't know what's going on, when we all know that he does. Oh, I really wanted to. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any drama. But he's just coming in stirring drama constantly. Like, so that's all I've got to say about it. I've got no problem with him apart from just fucking get out of the doorway and say what you mean. Oh, fuck's sake, what's the point? Like, he's saying we're all shit
That
talk.
was mad cringe. Sorry. I'm reading the I know. The apology was a fucking a low moment for me. Sorry. I had to stammer on that.
Oh.
It
How
was
do you
rock bottom. That was my rock bottom.
do that?
I
How do you do that?
never recovered after that.
How many hours?
That's my rock bottom. Yeah, fucking
Obsessed.
hitting
So
new
many
lows.
just commenting on the fucking hours and hours and hours of sadness that you guys exhibit on a fucking daily basis with your 3 streams a day, telling me I'm obsessed because I'm commenting on what you're doing. That's it. I couldn't give a shit.
For
It's
your
entertaining. Of course, I'm going to do something about it, and because I know that you want me gone, and so me not being gone is going to piss you off just by my mere existence. You've shown that and proved that to me. So of course, I'm a troll. The only thing I have to do is exist, and I control you. You've made it that easy because you're that much of a fucking sad fanny in the end, isn't it?
Eeyore. I like that. Eeyore's the guy that talks slow. Yeah. I'm gonna use that.
Psychology in action.
Thanks for
Here.
that. That's a good one. Victor Vega got rejected by the PSG. I know. Nobody likes me. I'm the most hated man on the internet. What are you gonna do?
I'm skinning up is what I'm gonna do.
I'm
Oh,
I'm good. My life is good. My
he
life
just
is
does
really
his little
good.
dances. He's little square dancing weirdo. That's all he does. is there's no cooking. I don't know. I don't think Huya cooks for anyone of myself. Well, he does what he needs to do, I think, to get what he needs to do done. But he has such a low opinion of pretty much everybody, I think, thinking that he is so far superior over everybody else, so much so that they can't see what he's doing and all the bullshit that he's pulling and his fucking obsession and gatekeeping for no reason. There's no reason for any of it. Like, there's no threat. He doesn't have to be so threatened. He doesn't have to act so threatened. Like, we're just here existing. It's fine. There's plenty of space for everyone. I don't get. That's my point. Why? Why the obsession? What did I do to you? How did I hurt you? Please point where I hurt you so fucking hard. When you're fine with buttocks, after blaming him for all that shit and all the rest of it, well, you've just proved to me, if you've got such a problem with the PSG, gotta prove. Oh, that. Yeah, well, that wasn't anything to do with you guys. That is because my kid keeps putting the grandma fucking software thing on my computer so that every time I put my mouse over the screen, it'll come up and it shows all my information, like as if you want that. So it does that. So if I'm sharing my screen, it comes up. So I was like, oh shit, fuck off, because that thing had come up. But luckily I wasn't sharing my screen, so it didn't matter. So there's my explanation. That's what that was. But I'm sure you'll make a whole story and a lie up about it because you've got nothing else. And if you do, it just shows you. It proves to me that you're scared of everything else I've got to say because you're going to have to harp on that. Because in all the real shit, you're even going to acknowledge. Like Vic's saying, you can't even fucking say anything to him. I've asked you millions of times what he's done, what his fucking crime is, why you're going on him so bad.
Whatever your opinion is of the things I'm saying, do not matter at all. Thank you very much. Sorry. Sorry.
Well, I find it interesting to see what people's opinions are, but it doesn't. Well, like I say, it matters as much as it matters in the Troll Dojo, and I find people's statements to be incredibly interesting because it tells me the whole story that's going off. Do you know what I mean? It tells you the story that you see behind the scenes.
Their story does not matter to me. Sorry. Maybe I'm a little bit of a
mate. It didn't work. It didn't work. I went away on holiday for 3 weeks. They made clones up and carried it on. These guys are worse. And the point is as well that these guys are worse than the people that they tried to make their fucking... Well, Ricardo has done both sides. He was doing all this shit over there when they were fighting against them. And then he's doing it over here now and carrying it on. But it's even worse. Buying into it. And I'm just pointing out that those guys have been lying bastards for over a year, selling a lie of being completely different types of people and proper having a go at those guys. And when actually they are far, far worse. That's what I'm trying to point out. I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying, like, massive hypocrisy, lying about it and pretending to be other people. That is not just like having a troll and having an alt account. That is like going in undercover, deep undercover, and pretending to be a decent person to con artist a load of people. And also ride your high horse over a load of other people and then turn and do an even worse job of it than those guys you've been riding for over a year to make stuff on your channel. And I'm just pointing out how cheap and fucking Fanny Annie that is. No, it's not just crying. It's just an observation. This is just me talking. That's it. Oh, here you go. Look at that. Well, you see, that's fine. Go and watch Ricardo. As you can see, please do watch Ricardo because he's an interesting one to watch regarding all this stuff. And I actually put his links up on my channel because I'm not like you guys. It's not a tribalistic bullshit thing. I don't care about Ricardo's fucking numbers like they do. They're obsessed with their numbers. Couldn't give two shits, mate. Like, I'm just putting this out to the universe. You just cannot get your head around it, can you? Because you're just such a little psycho. You really are. So cheap. Oh, man alive. Exactly. I'm just observing it. I'm here. Why not? I'm right here in the middle of it. They're trying to shut me down. So, one, I'm not going to go anywhere, am I? No way. What, let them get away with that? Fuck off. And second, because it's funny not to. And then two, I'm in a unique situation where I can observe this without, after going through a cult situation, having had my melon twisted and come out of, well, I'm coming out of it. And then I can also see where they're melon twisting other people and where the truths and the lies might be, might not be, but might be, because I'm in it and I've been through it. So why not? See, look at this. Exactly. Oh, yes, doing the jobs, because you want every single person to stop supporting me. Why? Please stop supporting and encouraging this mental illness. Okay, so mental illness, pointing out a fucking fanny who is being enabled to actually behave in very antisocial behaviour. Someone who creeped out desperately to be so. Proven creep. Actual confirmed creeps, all of them, multiple streams, multiple hours.
Yeah. But like people are like, I'm out of this. I just came to talk to CP because
Yeah, because
like,
we were going to watch that.
I'm not doing nothing.
That's it.
I'm good. Like I don't care. He can talk about me all he wants. Like I'm not a real person. Like I just turned this off, and you know what I mean. Then I'm another person.
Don't be stupid. That is bullshit, though, mate. And you know that's bullshit. You know it is.
Me?
Because even when I wasn't there, they were. Even when I wasn't there, they were still at it more than ever. Because they make their moves when I'm on fucking holiday.
Well, I don't care if it doesn't matter to me. That's the whole point. I made a whole thing about it.
It's not about Ricardo talking about me. It's you guys. The reason why I sounded like frustrated is because you're just not getting it at all. You just don't get it. It's like, it's just the level that he's doing it at. What I've just explained, the hypocrisy of this guy who's come from the PSG, moved over to there, slagging everyone else off, slagging me off for being PSG, and it being a fixated thing where you're going and focusing on getting one person out of the community with no reason. That's my point. But you're trying to justify it in this way, but at the same time showing how desperate you are by trying to isolate me. Why am I so dangerous that you have to isolate me? What have I done that is not like I'm like, oh, what have I done? But I am just like, well, how do you justify this? What is the justification for it? I'm just interested how you do it. Cheers, alt account. Oh, shut up, Curia. All he can say is, oh, I don't understand what you've got to say. Oh, that's a right laugh, that. You've got some right fucking comedy up your sleeve there, haven't you? That's all you've got. You're such a little bitch. Why? Why are you such a little bitch? Well, yeah, so? Is that it? Semantics? Fucking hell, mate. Are you getting down to this? Are you going to pick apart my fucking spelling? Is that really what you've got on me? Come on, mate. It's pathetic. Why are you so fixated? Why do you waste your time? If I'm so fucking boring, why do you even, and why if Vic's so boring, why are you even here? Do you know what I mean? You're literally up everyone's arse. You've got this right investment in this to the level that you have. And I get it. Yeah, I suppose if you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly. Fair enough. You want to be the best at it. But at some level, mate, there's a line, there's an antisocial line that gets drawn where it actually starts becoming quite, it's not just me saying this as someone who's been a target of it, but it does actually become quite a negative influence that's way more negative than just people chucking shit at each other. You know what I mean? Like, I know you like setting people off against each other and stuff like that, but I think you've lost yourself a little bit in some sort of vested interest. And I just want you to just step back and maybe have a little think about, like, just that for your own self. Forget about it, man. be a bit more fucking egalitarian with it all instead of just like focusing so laser focused on getting out these flies in the ointments that are just like, what threat, what reason, what fun, what funniness is there to be had from it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you can have a bit of lolcowism for a bit, but when you're getting people like Ricardo in because of wanting to bolster it so much and you're wanting to put more fire behind it, and you lose sight of actually what's going on here because you see what it's like. You know what I mean? Yes, there is funny elements of it, and he is funny, but there is a price to be paid. And you do know what I'm talking about there, don't you? Do you know what I mean? And I'm not, that's just my opinion. Do you know what I mean? But I just think, don't lose yourself in the fucking fight against me for some reason. Because I never did anything to you for a start. But even if it's something in your head, like, forget it, man. It's like, let's just, please just treat me like everybody else. Even if you want to be my enemy, that's fine. Treat me like another enemy, like any other enemy. Don't treat me like your arch nemesis, like you have done from like day one. Like, and you're doing all these machinations and all this shit for what? Is it just to I don't control something? Oh yeah, just call me cuckoo, cuckoo. That's fine. Yeah, just prove that you're not a gaslighting fucker by doing that. That's fine. See, like even if I was nuts and cuckoo, cuckoo, would you not just have a laugh about it then and have a laugh with me about it instead of and try and milk me for it or something instead of this vitriol, hatefulness, and bitchiness? That's my question. Like, where does the bitchiness fall in all this? Why is that? Why the bitchiness? I was never bitchy to you. That's my point. And I'm not like going, oh no, but I'm just trying to analyze where you're getting it from. Like, I was never ever bitchy to you. Like, the first I heard of it openly from you was when you came on Red Bulls and just kicked off and did an Albert on us. You did an Albert when you were like there spoiling for a rumble and we never said anything bad to you and you just fucking kicked off anyway and then pretended that it was a fucking kick off. And that was it. That was the end of it. You never spoke to us again. And you started this whole fucking thing. But it all been going on for a long time beforehand anyway, as we all know. But like, why? You know what I mean? Just like, all right, it's all jokes and laughing and joking. I'm crazy. Why? What have I done? Like, that's that bad.
We're all crazy.
Unity. Sorry, Vic.
But I mean, I will say this. Whenever we do this and we're addressing the situation or whatever, you're giving it more steam. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing here in the chat. Everybody's like, maybe like if we weren't doing this, I think it would kind of go away. You know what I mean? If you didn't keep addressing it, right?
You
so
think?
there is that part of it. Well, I don't know. Maybe it would at least go away to you. Like
if I went away, they'd get what they wanted and they'd paint a story. And this Fanny here, Q here, it'd be in his element because he gets to control the entire place, control everything because he's just scared of a lack of control, in my opinion. And well, from what I've seen anyway, Q, it just seems that way. It just seems like anyone who steps outside of your viewpoint, you're just like shitting yourself. And then you're like, oh, either destroy or regain. And that's what I've seen with you. That's what I've seen. And there's a level of desperation there. And it just doesn't need to be. We are not out to get you. No one ever was. Like, there was no need for it. There was really no need for it at all. It was just a bit of banter. And like, considering the argument that you're giving is that it's just more gaslighting and bullshit, isn't it, really? And I mean, like you're saying, if I wasn't analysing it, it would go away. But that's because I would be doing what they want. Because then they get all of this, all the drama, all the experience, the rich tapestry, and they can just take it all and just say, that bitch was crazy and we were completely justified to do what we did. Plus, they can just gloss over everything that happened because no one acts as much of a Fanny like they did. That must have been that crazy woman overreacting. She was the one doing all the streams. She was the one kicking off. She was the one calling them all the names under the sun. Like, and that's what it'd be straight away within seconds because everyone would believe that because that's what you'd think. But no, I'm just analysing and observing whilst they call me all the names under the sun and flap around like old women. So they know that they could easily cover that up in a second, but they've got, they get to feed Ricardo, they get to make their new fucking connections and all the rest of it on the back of it. They get to feed it. They just get to feed it off me. But again, why the concerted effort to just get me out then? If there's no, if it's all jokes and why can't I take a joke, then why is this? Why is the going around in the background? Why the effort? Why going and trying to isolate and control? You know.
Right.
And it's to address Nelda again. Someone who constantly brings me up in a chat. You're just on your arse without me, and they won. I wasn't talking about they won. Oh, they won. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Oh, fucking hell, he's just going around in circles. Right, I've already discussed that we're talking about their concept. They won. That's what they want. They want to win the internet. That's what it is. Whereas I just want to sit here and observe it. And I'm fine with them existing, just like they should be fine with me existing, but they're not. And that's what I want to know why. I just want to know why. Hey up, sweet and tender hooligan. How you doing? Which one's the older brother and which one's the younger brother between you two? Would you say? I know you're already 15.
Why would you say that they don't want you to exist? Like, what's stopping you from just like?
Well, nope. They just don't want. They just don't want to
exist.
Because it's the level of hatred, and they're going around and going like, say to you or to Red Bull, like they were like going and like they literally just blatantly said, "Oh, stop being friends with CPE to alt account." That's what they're, that's not. What's that? Do you know what I mean? That's not when I'm having a joke and the stuff. When I was taking the piss out of Albert, I was taking the piss out of Albert. I wasn't going around going, "Oh, Rabbit Dude, you shouldn't be friends with Albert. Oh, don't anyone talk to Albert. We make sure that nobody talks to Albert." Like, that's not how that went about. So I'm just questioning what that strategy is about because it doesn't seem to reflect anything else what's going on around it. I've never seen anyone have that done to them. You know what I mean? Right. In that way. The closest we got was the no Hobie Derby clause, and look at what deal was made out of that. But this is supposed to just go under the carpet and no one's supposed to know about it. So I'm just calling it out because, unlike 56K Warning wants me to do, I'm actually calling that out because it shits all over their shit. Because maybe not all over it, but it, like I said in my upload, a tiny little light in the darkness shines a little bit. And that's all I need to do to get any sort of satisfaction back from this. And it makes it worth my while. And why not take advantage of it while it's here? And one of the things Elder said was, I don't want it to go away. I couldn't give a shit whether it goes away or not because I've got fucking years of material on these guys now. If I wanted to sit and do an analysis on my channel, I've got the top narcs and all the rest of it to look at and all that stuff. So I couldn't give a shit either way, to be honest. It's great that it's all live and it's all happening now, and I'd be sad to miss people, but I'm not, like Vic was saying earlier, our lives do not revolve around this, as you can tell, compared to fucking Nelda, for instance.
Well, like I can't do it. Like shit will start breaking down around me, you know what I mean?
You can't win.
It's like,
no, it's just that you want to win, but there is no winning. There's just, well, there is from your perspective, but there isn't. It just is what it is. But for some reason, you see it as getting me out to a level that I've never seen anyone do that. And I haven't ever, all I'm doing is question you, Q. That's all I'm doing. I never said, Q, you can't win. All I said is, you would have won then. And I'm not having that. I'm not having you getting me out and thinking that that's a win. Because it's just not going to happen anyway. It's not going to happen. Because one, it's funny to wind you up. And two, I'm here to watch fucking crazy people act crazy. Why am I going to walk away from this when I've got ringside seats?
Well, there's a point there.
You what, sorry?
I said there's a good point. You want to watch the everybody just
Yeah, I'm just
I don't
questioning
got time for it. I just don't.
why the obsession. That's it, Q. That's it. Why the obsession? Oh, he comments all right. Oh, he's plenty of comments, mate. You're the the awkward loser, older one.
Oh
You
man.
see, it's the younger brother who's the annoying one, though. Usually, same convo as well. She cared about Dean. Yeah, because it's the same thing. I'm looking at narcs on the internet. Yeah, and then you showed yourself as like the biggest one going, but you're the one trying to shit all over those guys, and for a year, and then you went and acted worse than them guys. So I'm then calling out, not that I'm going, oh, you acted worse than them guys, no, but I'm calling out your fucking level of hypocrisy and cheapness on that one. That is cheap as fuck. And I'm not, that's the stuff where I'm like, I'm not letting that slide. I'm not letting you make a fucking 2 years worth of fucking content over trying to lord it over them and pretend that you're better than them. And then you go and fucking do this shit just because you think you've got no audience to actually reflect it back from. So you think you can get away with it. Well, I am that one person who's just going to go, oh, I can see what you're doing there. Yeah, and I see your desperation. The Herbies have lost the battle. I have no idea. I don't know what battle. What is their
battle?
battle?
I don't know. There's no battle.
What is their fucking battle anyway? Because you're telling me I killed the Herbies. Fucking hell.
The Herbies are still going strong. What are you talking about? They're the strongest.
I've no. I just don't even know. But the same. I've killed the Herbies and all this. They're talking about it. They're worse than me with the fucking war shit. That was an inspiration and all that stuff. But this is obsession. This is just obsession, and me. I'm not. And me. Acknowledging it. Need we say more, alter count? Exactly. I don't even know why I justified half of these things with a fucking answer. I really don't, because that is all we need to say. It's just all to say is like how many fucking 15 years of fucking streams. If you add it up, it's 200 years of fucking experience that man's got crying on me. If you add him and Evil and Tommy up, 200 years fucking experience. Exactly, mate. Exactly. 100%. Hey up the realist Donald Reed. I wish D Reed would come on and have a chat sometime. Well, they're very hateful people. They've shown themselves to be hateful people. It's like, why the hate? Why? What? Yes, take the piss and whatever. Let's have an argument. But why going around trying to shoehorn people's mates away from them? That's when it gets into real shit. That's when you get from taking the piss to being a little bitch. And I want to know why. I want to know what turned your head into going that far and why. It's interesting to me. Oh shit, I've done it again. Oh, I keep doing it again. It's that thing, but I don't go fuck off anymore. Yes. Captain Nemo's ship. I did some cool AI art about the Sophomore Navy ages ago. I say years ago. It was fucking months ago. See if I can find it out. It was for the Blue Tent stuff. But I'm so far off doing that now. Oh, but I've got so much more to write on the Blue Tents. And my Tommy character will still work. It was way before anything else. What are you on about? Seasons of this crap. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's it. Why not? We can just have a bit of a laugh. There's nothing wrong with being creative with it or doing whatever you want with it. It's just a resource for everyone. But why do you have to? I don't have any reason to want anyone gone or anyone out of this because it makes it less rich. And even if you want to take the piss and oh fuck off so and whatever, apart from possibly Nelda because he's just so annoying. But even him, like we'd miss him if he wasn't here. So what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, Q-ya? Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And is it just because of that fucking fanny in the fucking back in the privet? Is it just because of him? I don't think so. Strange in the future, because the bosses. No, I'm just coming up with like ideas and thoughts of the future. No, I was thinking about random happenstance, like, oh, you know, if I was coming across it, I might, because I'm like thinking, has it got any use at all? And thinking about how I can focus what I'm saying so I can frame it so it's just for my benefit of use to the universe. Whether anyone is actually going to see it or not is another matter, isn't it? Because I don't put my fucking ego on it. I couldn't give a shit. It's just about me putting it out to the universe. It's the only way to navigate this place. I don't care. You know what I mean? If it touches someone, it helps someone, that's fantastic, isn't it? But like, it's not, it's like the way I found all the narcissism stuff is I was like looking up for all that sort of stuff. And it was the experiential, anecdotal stuff that I found really interesting. So it's almost like if there isn't a support group, of which there are millions on the internet of this stuff, but if you weren't bothered about doing that, you could find loads of little anecdotal channels and you can sort of get an idea from that, which I found interesting because people have got their own take on it, but it's not anyone's actual agenda or anything. It's just someone's experience. And then you can just look at their try and work out what their filters are or whatever and be like, okay, well, that's their story. And then compare it to another story. It's like real life storytelling. You get a bit of an idea, a bit of an experience almost, more so. And then you tie that up with the theory that's available on the internet. And it gives a little bit of a resource if you are looking for it. And I used to subscribe to some right channels looking for anecdotal narc stuff. You ended up with some right fucking videos, random videos, because they do like 2 videos about their experience with the narc boss or whatever. And then they go on to fucking loads of other crazy shit that's taking up all your fucking notifications then for ages. And you're like, what's this channel? Oh, yes, subscribe to one once because they had some stories about their auntie. And now they've stopped. Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry, CB, but I actually have to go.
Yeah, that's cool. We're only doing an hour and a half anyway, so
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, it's time for me to go crawl into the closet and cry. It's that time.
I know. After all the hurtful things that Nelda said to you. Oh dear me. I hope he's happy with himself now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I need to find another outlet to express my feelings because, you know, whenever I'm on YouTube, they just make fun of me and it's hurtful. All right, guys.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Oh, sorry. We love you. Oh, thank you.
Oh.
All right, guys. I gotta go.
All right. Sweet dreams.
Thank you.
Going out to Ricardo and Q, Well, you're part of the universe. Yeah. What is putting out to the universe mean? It means it just goes out into the universe. There's lots of versions of it. It's just collapsed waveforms, the quantum foam becoming more solid. The actual fucking, what's it, like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with that radio station? It's just out there, innit? It's just out rather than in. Out rather than in. You should try it, Q-ya, instead of hiding all your shit in your fucking top hat with all your rabbits. Yeah, and because I know that's a direct quote, and I've just explained it. What's that? What you do? Yeah, looking at all the shit. I know, that's it. I love all that shit. I love looking at all the crazy people and. Or are you saying putting your Amico videos out to put it out to the world? Exactly, because it's a dwindling audience, isn't it, with the Amico? But it doesn't stop you, does it? Because you're like, well, it's cool. It's too cool. It's too fucking mad to leave and not say anything. I'd probably get bored of it eventually. But it's because I don't give a shit what Ricardo's got to say. But what I do find interesting is just the level of depravity and just how the standards of this community are being changed around and fucked around with quite a lot, and why that is. And it's like, it's got to another level now, and that's interesting to me. It's way better than Netflix. Ricardo is super gay. I'm sorry. Oh, is that what you think? I don't like him having friends that don't like you. No, I'm not obsessed with my ex-online boyfriend. No, I'm not the one. Again, it falls down. Is this part of your story so you can just keep on going? And so if I eventually go, you can just cover it up and be like, oh, she was just obsessed with her online boyfriend, because you've written it so many times. Because you know that's not the case, don't you? You just know that's not the case because I'm not acting like that. And you also know that's not the case because I'm not the one doing stream after stream, hour after hour, obsessing, blatantly obsessing. The evidence is purely there. I'm just calling a spade, mate. Because evil lives online through a massive ego, he gains my attraction. At the time, he didn't come across as having a massive ego, and I didn't know that he lived online. So I didn't know that then. I still, I still have love in my heart for evil. I still will. I don't have hate in my heart for him. I wouldn't touch him with a fucking barge pole, but I don't have any hate in my heart for him. Why should I? He's just an idiot. 6 narcs working in the tradition against me, or maybe just one some edgy girl. Or maybe one fucking six narcs. No. Well, who are the 6 narcissists then? Go on, tell me. No, just a load of dickheads. Just a load of dickheads trying to get the easy way out. And one scorned bastard crying, and one fucked up mental case that you're enabling for your own birth purposes. And you, my friend, have just climbed in, unfortunately, with your normal propensity to do your messing around with people, playing them off with each other and all that stuff, which you've done. But you've got yourself into some sort of way of thinking of just being like having me as your nemesis or something. And there's nothing I can do to change your mind on that. It's just your actions, Tommy. And you say one wound up edgy girl. I was wound up because fucking evil was twisting my melon. I am not wound up anymore. I'm just, now I'm out of it, and now I don't have him twisting my melon anymore. It's just entertainment for me. But that doesn't stop people trying to work in conjunction against me, because that is what you've been doing, and it is blatantly obvious. You do it openly because you think it's flash in the pan, and no one's ever gonna come back and say anything. You think you're gonna shoehorn everyone away from me, and so therefore there'll be no one for me to reflect it back onto, and so there's just no standards to adhere to anyway. So it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter anyway, because I'll still just be putting it out there, and that'll still piss you off, unfortunately, because just my very existence pisses you off for some reason. So it doesn't matter, does it? Sorry, I'm behind on the chat, aren't I? I do apologise. I doubt it. I doubt it very much. Exactly, mate. And to be honest, I was playing some games today. I did think of Ricardo, though. I have to say, I did think of him, because I was playing a game called Kleenex that I hadn't played before, but I had been playing quite a bit of the Space Invaders. And I had my eye in, and I did really well, and I was like, fuck you, Ricardo, anyone can do this shit. Any fucker can do this. Well, you can ask your boyfriend Buttocks, can't you? Carry on. Yeah, yeah, carry on then. Tell me. You can tell me. Ask your boyfriend. I'm only going to be on for 10 more minutes. I'm only doing like half an hour and a half streams because I like to let them have a bit of time to do their shit. Because they're going to be crying for hours about this. So there's just no point me streaming at the same time as them. So I just think stick it nice and short and sweet, an hour and a half max. But you are welcome to come on. Anyone's welcome to come on just for a little bit, apart from Nelda, but he'll never come on and show his voice. In fact, you would be welcome to come on, Nelda. Because we know that he's just a faceless wench with no spine who lives his life. Like Altacount said very well the other day about Ricardo, focusing his life around people who he hates or who hate him. And there you go. Nicole's still alive and well. That's very true. That's very true. I found I nearly picked it up today as well. It was only £2 and it had Shark on it for the PlayStation 2, but the queue was too big in the shop. That's the universe. Exactly. I'd rather than in is for therapy sessions, not broadcast. Oh, right. Oh, Steve, this is where I rub up against your creative sensibilities, is it, sir? Yes. So is this what is upsetting you? Is this the reason? Is this the reason for the hate? Because I keep out rather than in is for therapy sessions, not broadcasts. Broadcasts out. Yes, cast it out broadly. Yes, sir. Entertaining people by... No, well, you're not entertaining me. Well, you are, but, with the killing of me. Is that entertaining? Is that broadcasting? That's all I'm saying. Hey up, hooligan, how you doing?
Oh, hey, CPE, I didn't see you come in there. I'm doing
well. Did you see Sierra's had a spiritual awakening?
Oh, Sierra?
Have you heard?
No. Sierra Online? Sierra Ayer?
Yeah.
Oh, with the June the King documentary. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know about
that. Do you know who Review Tech USA is?
I do know who Review Tech USA is.
Did you see that big expose documentary that just came out?
No.
Oh my goodness, it's incredible. It's by someone named June the King. It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, really?
It is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I will watch that. Yes, I went through a bit of a stage of researching all that. I wasn't there for any of the real Review Tech stuff, but I did watch. I watched a lot of Junk Media stuff when they were putting stuff out.
Yeah.
I really like Junk Media stuff.
Oh my, yeah, you'll love it.
That guy was $200 or something, weren't it? It was like fucking. Was it $200?
Yeah, Big Cheese.
Big Cheese, yeah.
He ended up having to bring his cat to the vet and couldn't because he didn't have the money, and his cat died.
Oh shit! I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, something like
that. See how bad it can get, Cuya? The hate.
Oh my god! Don't even get.
Cats can die.
Don't even get me fucking started on that guy. There's some special thing about that guy that I can't quite put a finger on it, but I know there's something wrong with him mentally.
Yes, I know. There's something wrong with all of us mentally, but for fuck's sake, he just needs to let go of this one and stop fucking trying to have me as a fucking nemesis. I'm not. I'm just some idiot on the internet. Get over it. Fucking hell, man.
I don't see you as an enemy. I see you as an amico.
Exactly, and I see you as a Miko as well. We're all Mikos.
Yep.
Apart from this fucker. This is just an insidious. Oh, God. You know what? That is the most boring bullshit I've ever seen him. All right, come up with something from, that's recent. Then I'll put it up.
Oh, I wish we could have Lewis on here. I like Lewis.
I'd love Lewis on here. Cardman and Rubin. What does that mean? Is this you, Doshin? Oh no, that's Doshin. Oh, does Doshin want to come on as well? All right then. See, this is the thing. Who was I taught? Oh, the links there anyway, Doshin. But this is who was saying it to me, Curia, saying don't give him attention and stuff like that. But the thing is, like, I don't have to because, like, if all that has to happen is Doshin has to put a comment on something that I posted months ago, and then they'll make a stream about that. So what are you going to say about, you know what I mean? What can I do?
You just gotta do you, I guess. You still got your homies, and hopefully everyone will, those involved will turn around and everyone can be.
I don't. There's no hopefully. I'm just sort of like watch it for what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just doing me. I'm just me. Annie Wilkes, are you going to come on the panel? You've got a lot to say for someone who doesn't fucking ever show the face or say anything or show their account.
Come on, Annie, you won't.
Who pretends that they don't know what they're talking about when they do.
Go ahead.
I smell the planet that you come from, Annie Wilkes. I smell it.
So CPE, I gotta ask. You know how much I love the Amico.
I do, yes.
What's your favorite part about it? Is there like something that you find extra funny?
Yeah,
like,
I know exactly what it is.
Can you give me like anything?
That cold stone shower of Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah.
That's what I like the best out of it. Yeah.
How
The
shiny
cold
is.
stone shower. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, the main draw, yes, of course, is Tommy. I mean, he's such and you know what it boils down to? It's his narcissism. It's
Yeah.
it's captivating. I've experienced it myself in real life, and like through bosses and
Yeah.
friends and other people and shit. And it's just like holy shit. It's like it's a little cathartic to see it fail, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I ran to it because during that time it was like COVID or just before the world was going to shit. We had all the Pizzagate bullshit and the world was going to shit. And then you could see this little microcosm of it, of the big guys, the narcissists, the people who were trying to take advantage of everyone else. And they did get away with it, but it still was interesting. People were still taking the piss out of them. People still noticed. It wasn't like everyone was brainwashed like it seemed, like it felt like how the outside world was. You couldn't do anything about it.
It was a good distraction when things did get COVID and stuff.
It was. Yeah, it was. That's what it was good for, and I was really in for that. That was all. It was all about the psychology. It was all about the narcissism and Smash JT and his personality and all the shills, like Saggy and everyone.
Absolutely. All the infighting. Oh my god. It's like drama town, like.
Well, I used to think that was like the pinnacle of it, but this has topped it. This latest one has topped it. Yep. Me personally, it's for learning. But that was a good primer. That was a good fluffer. I was fluffed by Tommy Tallarico.
I heard half the orchestra was too.
Yes, the tuba player especially.
Oh, okay. Leo DS. When are we streaming, dude? Why doesn't Leo DS jump on here?
Hey up, Leo. Did you see my picture of a community post? You turned up in a community post today.
I fucking missed that guy.
Yes. It's a good dude. 2 minutes till I close, though. 2 minutes till closing time.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It'll have to be next time. But yeah, Leo, next time, come on. But check my community post because I was doing these things and you just came on it. I didn't put anything to describe anything and you were there.
Yeah, because he's a good dude. Support and be supported.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope that we've made peace, Leo. Although you have just called me an asshole, but that's fine.
He's been dropping by a lot of the streams that I've been hanging out on and commenting and hosting, and he drops the same line. So he's
the one who started all the creativity, in my opinion. He was the one. Well, not. I take it back. I take it back because you guys were doing all your stuff with Amico, all that creative.
I would say Heaven Amico Day is my personal
yes.
vision.
Leo bridged a gap from the sort of output of like you guys were doing all this creative stuff and putting it out there, but they seemed like the commenters, it wasn't all joined up as much then. And I think Leo bridged that gap because he started, for me anyway, started doing the Pedro thing, and that was just like, it just took it to another level of creativity and stupidness and trolling, like just like complete flights of fantasy. It took it to fantasy world, and it was decent. It was decent. Dank, you've got 2 minutes, love.
Oh shit!
Hello.
The man of the hour.
Am I on? Am I on?
Yes.
You are. I've got a question for you.
Fuck yeah. Hi, CP. How are you, sweetie?
Hello. I'm all right. Are you all right?
I'm getting there. You know, I've been better and I'll be worse, but right now I'm doing just fucking fine. I can't complain.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
All you can ask for.
Hell yeah.
I've got a question for you though. Before
Yes,
I pass
ma'am.
in. Did you turn up?
in your native tongue, yes, mum.
Yeah. Well, they say that to blokes as well. I'm sure they do. Or is it yes, my lord, my lord,
my lord, my lady.
Yeah,
yes,
we're gonna say it, my lord, with a U. But did you turn up at Albert's earlier?
No.
And go yo 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 on the chat and then on the panel and then fuck off.
No. Was someone impersonating me?
No, but they were saying it was Slotham, and I was like, that's not Slotham, that's Dank. But then I was like,
oh no,
it might have been no. It didn't sound like you.
I had the kids all day. I wasn't doing. I was not online. I was not doing what I wanted to do by being eternally online. I had to go touch grass for a little bit, which was fucking
what a shame.
bullshit.
Likely still.
Yeah, it was fucking. No, I wish it was me. Did it sound like me? Did it read like me? Was there a lot of unnecessary fuckings and bullshit and fuck this guy and eat a bag of dicks for no reason apparently whatsoever? Because that sounds like me.
Bag of dicks? Is that to go with the tinned dicks?
See, Sweets.
Oh,
CPE thinks my joke was funny, so fuck you, Sweets. You're an idiot. CPE knows comedy, and you know what you know? You know your palm. You idiot, you fool.
A picture
you
tells a final word.
I'm sorry, man. It went over my head. I don't understand classy humor. Like,
hey, I'd never put myself out there like that before. I was vulnerable and just you weren't there for me. But CPE gets it. So eat. Hey, if I can use my catchphrase. Hey, Sweets, go eat a bag of dicks. You fucking.
You mean
moron.
a tin of dicks?
Yeah, tin of dicks. Regardless, I still love you. This is great. This is awesome. How's the stream been going and the chat? Give me the 2-minute wrap up. I know you're fucking at your end here, but has it been good?
Great.
You got a lot of bullshit going on here.
Yeah, it's all bullshit in it, but it's probably not the sort of bullshit that people use.
Not my kind of bullshit.
I don't know. It depends if you like that sort of thing. It's all bullshit though. It's fresh bullshit.
Good,
so
good.
That's all.
I like inanity. I like things that don't make sense. I like people investing in things that will never come out. I like, what
exactly.
I like.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly. So why are they moaning at me? Exactly. We're here for the narcissist, the Amico, and the thing that got invested in and never came out, came to fruition. You spot on, mate. That's exactly why we're
right up my fucking chocolate alley. Hell yeah.
We've never left, is it? We've never left the Amico because this is exactly.
I'm never going to. Even if I tell myself on my worst days that I want to leave it, no. This has been the highlight of my life, which sad as that may be. I'll fucking put that on my gravestone in Arlington National Cemetery.
We're all chasing that dragon that Gen X was.
Yeah. I'll be working there having a mental crisis.
Yeah, you'll be there taping when you're not allowed to tape.
Yeah.
You'll just be like, I knew Dank when he was alive.
Yeah.
He sucked.
The Amico is what brought us together, and the Amico is what will tear us apart.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Well, on that note, thank you for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Next time, I'll hopefully get to talk to you for longer. I'm going to try and keep it to an hour and a half.
Right.
Oh, CPE, before you go, can I ask you one quick question about music?
Go on.
Creep's Gonna Creep on one of your videos the other day. Was that an AI generated
Yeah.
song, or is it okay? Because that fucking thing got stuck in my head, and I was like looking it up, and all I could find was Minecraft songs, and I was like, "Fuck, this is like you got to send me the fucking MP3 of that thing."
I will.
It's so good.
Versions of it.
It's so fucking good.
Oh,
I love
thank
it.
you.
So
I've been having a lot of fun
great.
doing that. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
40 minutes
Okay.
long now, that song.
Oh, it's great.
Wow.
But just like it was like a 1 minute loop for 40 minutes. I loved it. I thought it was outstanding. Very good.
Sweet. Thank you. Well, I've got various versions. I'll send you them all. But I am going to do, I've done one especially for Buttocks as well. I'm just going to make him a little video to go with it, which is a funk version. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think we can be sent off with anti-Herbie Derby. He got it right. He said, "Remember that Herbies suck," and I mean, I can co-sign that a million times over.
Oh,
Herbie Derbies.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
bless
All right,
us.
CP,
God
you're the
bless
best.
us, every one of
Thank you
us.
for hosting. Fuck yeah.
Yes, thank you for coming, every one of us. And thank you, everyone in the chat, even you, Nelda. And thanks all to Count and Annie Wilkes and Anthony Derby.
Send everyone over to Dank.
Thank you, streaming.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't stream.
Oh, don't you?
I just show up and fucking ruin things on other people's streams. Come on.
I can't stream right now.
Well, it's about
Sweet
time you
hasn't
pulled
taught me how to
out
stream
your
yet.
ass and on the stream, then, innit?
Okay, I might stream and play hockey. So if you guys want to look for me, give me 20 minutes to figure out how computers work, and then maybe I'll stream.
Sweet. Everyone, we're going over to Danks. I'll be in that chat typing up a storm, love. Don't you worry. All right, then.
Rock
Bye,
and roll.
everybody. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.
See you. See ya.
See ya.